Welcome back to the #1 podcast in your world. We're your hosts, Chase Demore.
And Gabrielle Moses. And today we have a very special guest, my baby sister, not really baby sister anymore, my little sister Cassie.
Hi.
Guys, so this is part 2 of this episode. So if you didn't watch part 1, go give it a watch right now. It's last week's video. There was some tea, some drama, but now we're gonna continue on with the video. And I think where we left off was Cassie got caught getting in really big trouble. And let's just tell the whole story right now.
You
skipping swim practice.
Oh, that was so bad.
Okay, so let me tell
I
the
got in
story.
so much
This is
trouble.
such a good story.
Why shouldn't I tell the story?
Yeah, like let
Okay,
Cassie
fine, you
tell the story.
Okay,
And then
because
she
it
misses
was
stuff,
me.
you can chime in.
So my ex-boyfriend and I drove him to practice
Swim
one
practice.
day, swim practice, and we were
All
like,
your boyfriends are on the swim team, right?
No, only 2 of them have been.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, so we were on our way, and he was like, we should just skip practice. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm a good girl. I
Skipping
don't
practice.
do that. And then he convinced me, and so we did. But my coach and we were close. My coach and I were close, and I was one of the better people on the team.
But you forgot to mention something.
What?
Before you skipped practice, you drove to practice and ditched your phone in
Totally
a bush.
did.
Because
She had Life 360. So I was like, well,
What is Life 360?
It's a tracker.
basically, it's a so
And the
my
coach-
mother can see where I am at all times. I still have it, so my mom currently knows exactly where I am right now.
She checks.
Yeah,
She
checked.
She would, like, this year still, she would screenshot and be like, hey, your Life 360 is not working. I'm like, I'm 20 years old. Why are you even looking right now? Like,
Yeah, anyway, so she ditches her phone in the bush, then skips practice.
Yes.
So her phone says she's on campus where the swimming pool was, and the swim coach calls mom and dad, and it's like, your daughter didn't show
like
up to practice.
obviously, it's not like me to skip practice.
So
like,
they thought something
I'm
was
always
wrong.
there, always
They
there.
thought she was kidnapped. They thought she got in a car wreck, but they can't find her. And I live 5 minutes away from campus because she swam at my college.
Yeah.
And so,
Okay, so back to Cass. Finish the story, Cass. So what happened?
So I ditched my phone. We literally just went and drove around because we had nothing to do. Like, obviously we should have just gone to practice. But his mom calls him and he's like, she knows I'm at practice. Like, she wouldn't call me unless there's something wrong. So he ends up answering and she's like, where the hell are you guys? Like, your coach called and blah, blah, blah. And Sarah and Jim were not happy campers.
Sarah and Jim.
my parents.
Sorry, yeah, that's our parents. Not happy.
Whew, that's the
So what does that have
But
to do
that's
with your building?
really scaled down. Like,
my
it was-
dad is wanting to file a police report.
literally, he
wants to
wanted to
the
call the
cops.
police.
He thinks Cassie got kidnapped, so I'm the closest by. And I just so happened to be with my roommate and one of my other sorority sisters who I was just in her wedding,
Cassie's
actually.
being a rebel.
They're like,
That was
can you
my
guys
5
please,
minutes of going
please
crazy.
drive to campus, go find Cassie. Like, we're so worried. This is the
Send your
location
other
we
daughter
followed."
to find the kidnapped daughter. Great.
Yes,
great
but I brought my 2 friends with me.
Oh,
Allie and
perfect. They get a
Madeline.
3-for-1
Madeline.
special now.
Yes. So we're searching everywhere where it says a phone location. We're going through bushes. We're going through grass. We can't find this phone location. So I'm telling my parents, like, she's not here. Her phone's not here. My mom thinks she was kidnapped at this point.
So you found the phone in the bush.
No, so
Well, we drove back
I see the car
campus.
stop.
and we stop on the side of the road.
I see her yank her phone.
And Gabrielle was there, and I
You were there. How
go
did
and
she
grab
get
my
there?
phone. Well, because she was looking for me.
And my parents were on their way to campus, but they were further
Oh, so you
away.
were driving
beat
and you
my
saw
parents there.
You saw
Yeah.
her.
Yes, so I saw her because I was.
And then when she got out of the car, trying to act like mom, like Cassie,
I
they're
was
looking
dying
for you.
laughing.
no, she She was like,
like,
dude,
you're-
you better find something good to say.
Yeah, I was like,
They're
Cassie,
mad.
this is not good.
So
Like,
I would just be like, look, I'm in high school. I wanted to skip with my boyfriend and criminalize me. I would have just.
It was criminal.
this blew up into like a whole situation. Then my dad started screaming at her boyfriend at the time.
And like,
The dad was screaming at your boyfriend?
oh, absolutely.
Oh, he's probably shitting himself.
Oh, he
was. But before my parents got there, Cassie and her boyfriend at the time get in the back of my car. Both of them were freaking out because we're just sitting in my car. There's 5 of us there. My
All
two
this because
friends-
you skipped practice. This seems like
Yeah.
this is the most ridiculous
But
thing.
before, this guy, like, I swear, was like shaking in his pants.
He
He was
was
like, I don't know what to do,
shitting
blah, blah, blah. All we were doing was skipping
Bro,
practice.
you should
but
be like,
nothing
you're the
happened.
boyfriend. If you don't get fucking tough right here, bro.
And I'm in the driver's seat talking to them. They're both terrified. Cassie's like visibly shaking. I'm like, okay, you have about 5 minutes till mom and dad's here.
Yeah.
Come up with something to tell
So
them.
you were sitting in her car.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got out of his or your car and then got into my car because my mom was having me search for my little sister because they thought she got
See, this is where I would be the worst parent ever because I'd have been like, I wouldn't have given a fuck. I'd have been like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like the way it escalated was.
Dad pulls up. He does a.
I know the look.
So then that happened. The swim coach comes out, and then me and my 2 friends are just sitting in the car. We were rolling down the windows to listen to everything.
Yeah.
Oh shit! She's about to be grounded for life, and she was grounded for about 2 weeks.
Probably.
Probably not even.
So
Yeah, actually.
I got grounded more
how
often
long,
than you.
how long
Oh,
were
you
you
so
with
did.
said boyfriend though?
With.
Like
Yeah. How long were you guys dating?
How long were we dating?
Yeah.
We dated for like. It was
before this event.
a little messy. Before this.
Yeah.
We had been. Oh gosh.
A few months.
We had been dating
Oh,
for
so
like.
it's not like a brand new guy.
No.
No.
What's crazy is you knew him because it was our neighbor's
Our neighbor's grandson.
grandson was her boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
And we swam together.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
that's how they.
Was this the same boyfriend you graduated high school with?
Yeah.
Throughout high school.
Yeah.
It
Same
was
guy.
like my
Yeah.
junior, senior.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know
I'm a
this guy.
freshman. Yes,
Well-
that's
Oh,
when you met.
oh, okay.
That was when you met.
Yeah, you've met him.
Damn, I bet you that kid was. I've never heard that kid say more than
He would
5
never
words. So
talk.
I can imagine if your dad was yelling at him, he was probably like,
He was a very quiet person.
poor guy.
Around you guys, he was very quiet.
Okay, fair point.
Fair. But yeah, Cassie got into a little bit of trouble.
So,
It was
Just
the
a
funniest
crazy
thing ever.
girl.
okay, so because you skipped practice, you threw your phone in the bush. Let me walk down this road. Let me get this straight. So you were so worried about skipping, instead of just telling the coach like, hey, I'm gonna go home today. You're just like, let's just not
Yeah,
tell
you
him
didn't
anything.
think about calling him and being like, hey, I'm not coming.
Well, because he would ask questions.
I'd be
Because
like-
that was so not like me. Like
I
if
got a doctor's
missed,
appointment. I can't be at practice today. Oh,
then
okay,
he'd be
cool.
like, okay, well, when are you gonna come in?
Yeah. Like
see you
her and her
tomorrow.
close were like coach were close.
He like.
Close, hold on.
It was like she was the one
She's
girl on the
this is
team.
questionable wording here.
he's just-
She was the one girl on the team.
Well, the-
like, hold on.
No.
Like there were like 4 of us.
He was your coach
girls.
since you were young.
Yeah, I had him since I started swimming.
Yeah. So you were
Since I
like
started
what?
swimming until he unfortunately left my senior year to be with his family.
And then you would travel to go.
And I literally would drive 2 hours to swim with him.
Yeah, because he was a really good coach. So he was your
It
coach
was like
for
there
how
were
many
4 of us
years?
girls that would all do it. We would all travel together. We would all go to meets
Yeah.
with. Stop it.
I'm not saying
not. You're
it.
trying to make it weird.
I'm just
It
I'm
was
not
not
making it
like-
weird.
No.
She's the one saying she's the only girl on the team. She were really close. He was
There were
really.
4 of
He
us
would have
girls.
asked questions. I'm driving 2 hours. Like I'm just.
Well, it was like the very concerned.
It was like another parent.
He was like the fatherly instinct.
How old was he?
35,
35,
37?
36. He's
Relatively young.
He's older.
he was married and has 2 kids.
Yeah.
Huh, okay. So.
He's a great coach.
my
Best
daughter
coach
ain't
I've
gonna
ever
need no
had.
slip.
Best coach I have ever had in my entire
He
life.
was such a good
I would
coach.
never say a bad thing about him.
How old were you when you started swimming? Like 13?
I had just turned 11.
11?
When I started
So
swimming.
11 to what, like 18?
I was-
That's 7 years
yeah.
having him as a coach. He was a really, really good
Okay,
coach.
so what was the recovery of the skipping the practice day? Like, did you just do?
I was like, I didn't speak to my dad for a few days.
It was so
like
awkward in the house. I'm like, Cassie, you're a dumbass.
To be fair, I've been in that household, and let me tell you about that household.
Hostile.
That is just like you guys are just attacking each other. I'm sitting there just trying to have a meal. Cassie's crying because her dad says she's losing weight and doesn't have any muscle and not eating enough.
That's true.
Moses is a terrible athlete. You guys are calling him fat and he doesn't work out enough.
they
The
make
mom
fun
is
of me
trying
for
to
my
just
cheeks.
just
No, my
completely
mom-
oblivious to the whole
My
thing.
mom,
She's not even there. She's
my
talking
mom
about
calls
her
him
muffins.
XL. What? My mom calls it XL. Yeah, that's my.
And I am too losing weight. I am too. I'm down 20 pounds. Like I'm just sitting there, just like I'm just trying to eat my dinner.
Oh, it's a good old classic family.
I mean, we also met your other sister's boyfriend that same weekend.
Yeah, all of us were there.
What a great weekend that was.
Nathan and Madeline,
weekend.
my twin. That's my twin's boyfriend. His name is Nathan. And tell the story about how the one guy was trying to take a picture with you. And my
Nathan's
twin's
great.
boyfriend.
This guy's got my respect for. This guy's funny as hell. Like I remember, I get like social anxiety when we're
out at a club.
People in my face all the time, and I just was like not feeling very picturesque in Springfield. I just want to just go out and just enjoy my time there. And Madeline, that girl. She just doesn't get it sometimes. She's just jumping into the frame like.
Yeah, girls were trying to take pictures of him, and
she's
swatting in front of him.
swatting the phones away. Like, Madeline didn't give a fuck, and I love Madeline. Like, she don't give a fuck. And then her boyfriend, he's just like, I'm gonna join in on the fun. So anytime somebody would come ask for a picture, Nathan goes, yeah, I'll take a picture with you. Chase, here, can you hold the phone? He's jumping in doing the due diligence. So,
No, it was so
I got to meet everybody. That was a good weekend for me in Springfield. And I get to talk to Trey, or whatever his name is, very much. My fault.
You had the right name.
Yeah, I didn't get to really meet him that much, but it was an interesting time. But from what I heard, Cassie's the favorite in the family, so.
Madeline, my twin, will tell you that. My twin is very convinced that Cassie's the golden child and she can never do anything
That
wrong.
and like.
Well, that and like you have a whole room dedicated to you.
Your
Just
My
of all
bedroom?
Not your
she has
bedroom.
2
Not your
bedrooms at my
bedroom.
parents' house.
Okay.
Stop lying.
You have
Not
2
your bedroom.
bedrooms for some reason.
It looks like they have one child in that family.
It's you. Look on mom's Facebook page. Tell me different.
Well, you know what? My current boyfriend followed my mom on Instagram the other day, and he was like, "You know what I noticed?
I got nothing.
He was like, you're her background, her
Profile picture?
He was like, so we all know who's the favorite child.
Oh yeah, they drive 16 plus hours to go to a swim meet just to
Yeah.
bring the dog.
They've never came out here to visit me once.
It's LA. Can you blame them?
Yeah, no, that's true.
It's a little different than like North Carolina. I'm in Raleigh.
To be
They live
fair-
in Missouri.
Yeah.
So
So they're not used to this whole like
Well,
LA
they
kinda.
come out and visit you like once or twice a month.
Didn't you guys just
They-
didn't you guys move around Thanksgiving so you could be with Cassie?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
in her
yeah,
house?
yeah. We
You guys moved the family hall away.
Yeah, we didn't even have a family normal.
I had to like
holiday.
convince her to
was
leave.
so
I was like,
mad.
go.
Okay, to be
Thanksgiving.
fair, I didn't really want it to be there either because
I wanted
I
to
like
go
going
home.
home, seeing my friends and everything. Like I
Yeah,
like that.
and my
I
mom
didn't
was like,
think so.
"Oh, it'll be easier for Cassie if we just have Thanksgiving in North Carolina." I'm like, "That's not home."
Well, and then the dog broke its leg. Like it was a disastrous trip.
My grandpa had a stroke.
I got
the
put in a
dog
group
broke
chat.
its leg,
I got
like,
put in a group
you
chat
did get
wi-
put in a
wishing
group
Cassie luck at her swimming. I'm like, hey guys, I got a boxing match today. And we're wishing Cassie good luck at her swim meet next weekend.
That's true.
Like,
he
hey guys,
did.
I'm about to get
My
punched in the
mom
face in
will
like 2
make
hours.
group chats and put Chase in it.
I'm a
Yeah,
part of
she
this.
does.
This is
I'm in this family.
the 3rd time.
Well, I texted her and I was like, you know, Chase is in that group chat, and she goes, I just wanted him to feel included. I was
Great.
like,
That sounds like something she would say, and the
yeah.
She'll make you some blueberry muffins. Don't you worry.
I feel very included. She got me a Taylor Swift shirt. She's making sports bets against me. She doesn't even watch
got you
sports.
Against
She
you.
bets
They're
against
against.
on colors and which name she likes better, and somehow
What did
is
she get
winning.
you for Christmas? Oh, the mugs, the ginger mule mugs.
Yeah,
She got you.
She
those
got
for
me
Christmas.
Moscow because we called her in Puerto Rico one time when Gab was drinking a whole gallon of vodka out of a Moscow Mule.
Yeah, we got a.
for
Chase
her.
goes. No, he was the
What
one
is
that
with
ordered
you guys?
it. He's lying. You're the one that.
I
ordered the
might have
jumbo.
ordered it, but you guys drink more than grown men. I am a 6'5", 250-pound grown-ass man. You are 20 and 23, drinking more than me. There is a correlation there that's not mathing.
Something runs in the family.
Like,
What can I say?
I have a great video.
Have a
I have a great video I'm gonna put right here of me saying you're not out drinking me, and I have a great video I'll put right here of you drinking out of the Moscow Mule.
It was a giant Moscow Mule, and they had a whole bottle of vodka in it. We didn't finish it though. Don't you worry.
See, that
It was literally this big. It was.
We did finish
massive.
it. She's
It was a
lying.
jug.
Again, it was gone. You know how when you get to the bottom, the ice melts a little bit and it's just like watered down? There was that in there, but the majority of that was gone.
It was. Anyways, that's why Mom got Moscow Mule cups for him
Got
for
it.
Christmas.
Thank you for that story.
Yes.
It was a relevant point because I go, never going back. So now you're in NC State. And
We moved back to Missouri.
hold on. Before we get to that, hold on, girl. I gotta ask this question. So like now you've had 2 boyfriends in NC State?
Yeah.
2 boyfriends.
Well,
Well, you had
current,
one
I have-
ex-boyfriend.
yes.
Now you have a new boyfriend. You've had 2 total boyfriends at NC State.
Yes.
And both of them are on the swim team?
No, just the current one.
So, but they're all athletes.
Yes.
So you have a type.
I should. I want an athlete.
You've never not dated an athlete.
True.
And you're pretty tall. So how tall are these guys?
The first one he was like 6 foot, 6'1", I think.
I think.
You're 5'8".
I'm 5'8".
Yeah, you're tall.
My current boyfriend is, he's 5'11", 6 foot with shoes on.
That's so nice of you. With shoes on, he's 6 foot.
He's 6 foot.
That's a good height. Taller than Dad. Our dad's like
Okay,
5'9".
I have in my house,
Insoles.
my friend and I, my roommate, Megan and I, we saw this TikTok of at 6 foot, there's a piece of tape that says, "No men allowed under this height." And he walks in my house, and he looks at it, he goes, "Guys, this is so not cool."
Guys, this is so nice.
I was like, it wasn't me, it literally wasn't
Guys,
me.
this is
It wasn't me.
6 foot.
At 6
Gotta
foot.
be this tall.
It says, "No men under this height."
And so you guys got a tape measure and literally measured.
Yes, we did.
To be fair, you're a good girlfriend though. You are, because this weekend we were at the thing, and the funniest thing I ever saw was this guy that just refused to stop shooting his shot.
Oh yeah,
And you
we
do
brought
this
Cassie
thing.
out.
You do this thing. It's so funny when you're curving somebody. You could totally put the pressure on other people. Like this guy's trying to talk. This is my sister over here, and I'm just standing there, just like.
We're watching, we're like, have fun, Cassie. This guy comes up to Cassie like 3 or 4 times.
He was persistent.
He's like, "You see my watch? This is $100."
He had like $100,000 watch on. I was like, Cassie, talk to him.
It's a fake watch. And I'm the one getting canceled on this podcast every week, guys.
I was in the middle of a conversation with one
me,
of their
yeah.
one of their friends that was with us. I was in the middle of the conversation, and he just walks up and starts trying to talk to me, and I'm like,
Bold though. You got to give it to him.
So
Bold.
bold.
sorry,
I actually took a video of it.
She did take a video of it. She did.
It's this guy trying to lean in and talk to her, and Cassie backs up.
Yep, it's spring break for me. Yep, very much taken. These are my friends who I'm with. This is my sister and Chase.
Go talk to them.
Yeah, you were trying to curve this
And then he
guy.
came up later in the night, and I was just like, in my head, I'm like, man, this guy's in a bar full of girls, and this guy's just got no quit. Like, he moved every girl out of the way to get to the most difficult point of the bar, just to
We're in the back.
yell at you from across the
The
table.
far back.
Yeah.
Like tons. It was packed.
Do you want to know what's
too.
crazy about this whole thing? You don't even remember his name.
I have no idea what his name. He
The effort is crazy.
He told me at the very beginning, the first time he came up to me to talk to me, he told me, I didn't care enough to remember. Sorry.
It's just a multitude of times. And in my head, I'm sitting there thinking, like, this guy has no idea. Like, he just, like, first of all, we live an hour and a half away, little bro. Like,
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but I also live on the opposite side of the country.
He was shooting his shot, Cassie. You gotta respect him.
he has a $100,000 watch. He's booking PJs.
He had a Patek on. Yeah. I saw that. I was like,
Maybe I should have stolen the watch and then stopped talking to him.
that would.
Just kidding.
That's
Give,
called jail
give it to your
time.
new, like, hey, you're not 6
look what I
foot,
got you.
but listen,
This'll help
spring
your
break,
ego.
$100,000 watch.
Don't ask questions. Just take it.
Take it.
Enjoy this watch while you got it.
Exactly. But do you miss college?
Do I miss college?
She's in college.
I know, but do you miss like being back?
She's in spring
You're
break.
in spring break. I know. Are you excited to get back though?
It's Tuesday.
Let me talk.
It's-
But yes, it's Tuesday. I'm excited to see my friends and stuff, but
You're like, meh.
in my boyfriend,
Oh. Why'd you say it like that?
because it's still new.
Yeah.
So saying
newly
boyfriend's
dating.
kind of weird.
My boyfriend.
My boyfriend. Jeez. Well.
I'm excited to meet your boyfriend too. Hey boyfriend.
Well, apparently it's Chase's school, so
It is. It is. Oh, trust me. And if you think I'm capping, like I tell her shit that's happened to me before you fucking probably know.
Yeah.
I'll be like, did you find anything about this guy? I should give her a couple weeks. She'll tell you about it. Yeah. I'm on your case.
So Chase knows a lot of people at her school.
It's my town.
And so we have spies that
town.
will just let us know what Cassie's doing.
You let me know. You keep an eye on this one, all right? Because
Can't get away.
the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. So, you know what I mean? If she's doing it, then I got to, watch out for this one. I'm just kidding.
He watches out for you.
I'm lurking.
Sweet.
I'm lurking.
I guess.
It's like,
Thanks.
all eyes watch.
And the first question she asked me, so Chase, you still boxing?
Oh my God,
What?
in
the
the
first
car.
question she asked me. when she,
when we
I was
picked you
trying
up
to
from the
make
airport.
conversation, and I
And
was
I'm
like, so you're still boxing? And he was
I
like,
just fought,
yeah,
like,
I'm still boxing.
3 weeks ago, like actually. At the same time that you were putting me in the group chat to wish you luck your swim meet,
He was boxing then.
I took time out of my day to respond to it. I said, good
You
luck.
said oh, I could still beat you. That was your response.
Hey,
I think that was
but
your
listen,
response.
but you remember.
I
what
didn't even
said.
respond to that group chat, to be fair.
It meant more because you remembered what I said. And as
remember
long
what
as
you
you
said.
knew going into that swim meet, I might beat everybody here, but not Chase. I can live with that. Win, lose, or draw.
Oh my goodness, you still haven't swum against her.
Exactly. And then he was like, my boyfriend who swims D1 college, he's like, oh, I could probably beat him too.
100%. 100%.
Like, no,
I'm smoking
sorry.
him.
He's a
Smoking
swimmer.
him. That's
That's
why
what he.
that's what he does.
This
but
is what you call
I get
delusional.
angry about
but
this
listen,
stuff.
listen. They call me Chase the Fish the More.
Never has anyone in your life.
Well, I call
ever
myself
said
Chase
that.
the Fish the More now because I'm swimming like a fish.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You're a good swimmer.
I'm a phenomenal. So I get in the water all the time.
You might sink you sink in the water.
I
Probably what you
You have
do.
a good cannonball.
Listen, look, if me and water were the same, I'd be like Bruce Lee. I flow, right? It's like my rap career and everything else I've done, all right? Anyways.
Really?
Oh, next he's rapping.
Oh,
He's becoming a singer.
He's gonna be a
next.
singer.
well, shit, at this point.
What else has he not done?
Have you seen my, you have seen my wall of fame to myself inside my house. If my house had a name, it would be the Narcissistic Cave.
Your little corner dedicated.
You walk in there, there's a mannequin dressed exactly like me.
There is
Bought his gear on.
all the boxing stuff. Then you walk in a little bit further, it's you playing some basketball. Then you walk in a little bit further, it's your jerseys all over the wall.
We've beat every game. All right.
Let's say you know that it's Chase's house when you walk in. It says Casa Dojo. What is it in Barbie?
My Casa Dojo Man Cave house.
Yeah.
Regardless, though, we actually just got Cassie a new cat. His name's Oliver. We're gonna ship him
Oliver-
back with Cassie.
Cassie
Want
loves
that
the cat.
The cat loves me, and I like it when it lays on me, and I can just
Pet him.
pet him. But then when I'm trying to eat, and he's trying to eat my food on the counter,
He bit me last night.
He did bit you.
He did bite you, bit you.
Bit you.
For real.
He bite.
he
Bit.
no, yeah.
Bit. He bit
You know, anyways, going back to the more important things, as we're coming to the end of this thing. So you guys are siblings. Do you guys have the same type? Do you find each other significant others? Like have you ever looked at one of her boyfriends and be like, oh, he's a good looking guy, and you obviously don't like Justin Bieber's hair, but
I never
if he
thought
got
they
like
were
a
bad.
buzz cut,
I didn't think they were.
because I told you, and I've said this before, I was like, I feel like all of you guys have the same type, because I was looking at
Really? See,
boyfriend-
Madeline, I feel like has a very
Her own independent type.
very
True,
specific
in this
type.
most
Copy and
recent
paste.
one. But what I'm saying, if I took boyfriend number 2, the first one I met, well, not maybe not the first one I met, the second one that you were with, and then
Wait, the second one I was
Trey.
with. Who
Trey.
was the first one?
Zach?
Did you know him?
No. He's just heard about him.
Oh, okay.
and then
So your second boyfriend,
Nathan.
my second
I
boyfriend.
thought all 3 of them looked the exact same to me.
Seriously.
I mean, but they're
Nathan-
Missouri boys. That
My
were,
second boyfriend did not look anything alike.
Did you wear Romeos?
What are Romeos?
Like those fucking
The shoes.
shoes? What kind of shoes did your boyfriend wear?
My ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. Wow.
He would wear like
Wow. Bro was not
Nike
walking
shoe.
around.
He had the Nike shoes that I got him. Actually,
You guys had matching shoes.
we did have matching.
You guys did look very similar to me.
They looked like
I've gotten
siblings.
that so many times.
They-
Like I thought it was
Since
like a
we've broken
cousin.
up, I have gotten that so many times.
You guys looked so much alike. It was a little weird.
Yeah. Yeah. That is weird.
Maybe that's why it didn't work out. Who knows?
If you guys had like a child, imagine the child just comes out. It's like, does it look like me or does it look like you?
Both. Both.
It's both.
It looks like both of us
Exactly.
because we look the same.
I don't think your type.
The kid comes out
I
black.
feel like I have. I feel like I have a very
Athletic.
varying type.
Yeah. athlete.
Yeah,
But I feel
aside
like,
from that.
to be fair, and no discredit to swimmers because Michael Phelps is one of the best athletes in the world. If you look at a swimmer in your head, you're not going, oh my God, this guy's built like a fucking athlete. You would say,
I agree. It
varies.
varies a lot. Like you see the distance swimmers, the guys that are distance swimmers, they're usually a lot more lengthy, skinnier, compared to like a 50 freestyler who requires a lot more muscle.
well, I also think if I think of athlete, I think of like a typical like track. Think of like a track 400-meter runner, like or like a thrower. You know, like they're just like leaner, bigger muscle mass, taller, like big calves, like all like that. An athlete. And you look at a swimmer, I'm thinking like very lengthy, probably not a whole lot of muscle, probably pretty lean, skinnier because getting through the water in and out, etc.
Yeah, but like also, I don't know. Yes.
You guys do weight training in swim?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot.
Lots of weight training.
I lift 3 times a week.
Like boyfriend number 1 and 2 could have been a swimmer, and I would have been like, oh, that makes sense.
Of mine? No.
But I would never look at them and be like, oh, you're a fucking D1 basketball player.
No. See, my thing is, you see the difference between frat boy and athlete. That's easy to tell.
Yeah.
Usually frat boys, have the hat on backwards.
I would say like, I don't know if you would know who this is, but like Caleb Dressel, he's one of the most famous swimmers now, currently.
Yeah, of course.
Huge, like ripped.
Doesn't he do like
absolutely
every
ripped.
fucking event? Like
Yes,
swim?
he really, yeah, he does.
Oh, you do know.
He's mostly freestyle and fly, but like,
He's like the current
a
day
lot
Michael
of
Phelps.
the sprinters look closer to like him. Obviously, he's an exception.
But
Because
sprinting,
he's,
swimming is like more athletic, I would say, because that's like more cardio driven, is it not?
sprinting.
In swimming?
I would say it's less cardio,
Would you
more
need-
strength.
You would need more muscle in that.
That makes sense.
To
Listen,
be fair, I
just
don't know much about
I'm
swimming.
not an athlete, so I shouldn't talk about
You're
this.
offended. That's insane.
She is offended, but
Just
sorry.
a little bit. Slightly offended, but it's okay. I'm tough. Don't you think I'm pretty tough?
Yeah, the way you bodied those girls when you played soccer.
Okay, compared to me and Madeline, how would you describe for anyone watching the difference between me and my twin? Because everyone always forgets that I have a twin, or like, oh, are you two the exact same?
Madeline gets a little offended about this, but she can be a little sensitive sometimes.
Cassie, I am not sensitive.
That's exactly what she would say. She could get mad at me for calling her sensitive.
We
But
love
like
Madeline.
it's she's all love. She's all love.
Biggest heart.
Yeah, absolutely. She's all love, but she's a little
How else would you compare us, though?
pressure points there.
Like personality-wise.
I feel like when I call you guys sound the same on the phone. So I can't
We all sound the same on the phone.
Really?
That's what
I always think of mom and our mom and her sister.
sister.
I
can't tell their voices.
their voices are insanely
Listen,
Yeah.
similar.
the exact
Yeah.
same. Exact same. Before caller ID was the thing on our home phone.
I
would
remember
answer it.
answering the phone. It'd be
It'd
my
be my
aunt,
aunt.
and I'd be like, "Hey, mom." And she'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this is
Aunt Patso.
yep."
Yeah. Okay, but our personalities. Patso.
Your personalities. Madeline is very. She's very all over the place. Like, so she'll be like, "Oh," she'll be having a conversation with you, and then like, all of a sudden, she'll start looking around and be looking at the clouds and be like, "Oh, look, there's a butterfly."
she's very southern.
She is.
Y'all.
Yeah,
Y'all.
she's-
Say y'all. Well, she also lives in Arkansas now.
Fair play.
Yeah, she's lived in Arkansas for what,
She had. I
5,
mean, she went
6
to college
years?
there. Yeah.
Yeah. She's very creative, very artsy.
Very artistic.
Loves to paint.
I feel like she's very nice. She's a very caring girl. I got to spend some time with her in Europe last year.
yeah.
And, she kicked my door in with French toast. So I mean,
It's so surprising because he loves French toast.
I do.
Kicks in the door as I'm trying to give him some
Super
birthday
nice guy.
gifts. Because I got you French toast. Here.
Happy birthday, Chase! I got you French toast.
Somehow she has like a sparkler on the top of it.
I was like, where'd you get a sparkler, a lighter, and this French toast?
This is in
Because
my
we are
YouTube
All
video.
3 of them. Like,
This is literally in my YouTube video. I got this all on film. It was the funniest thing.
very, very nice girl. Very funny. You guys are all very different in your own
We
ways.
are. We're sisters, but very unique.
you and Madeline, I think, are so polar opposites. I feel like I'm like an in between,
Yeah.
but
No,
you
I
guys are
agree.
very different.
I agree with that. But I have one last thing to say to you before we wrap this up. So we do a segment called In the DMs where we read some very interesting things that our followers say to us.
Okay.
Different prompts like, worst Christmas gift, or even like the way you found out they cheated. This week, the prompt is the worst date you have ever been on.
Okay.
And then we kind of react to it. Okay. I went on a date with a man I met through a dating app. I quickly found out that he lied about his age. He was 10 years older and recently divorced. He then tried to take me to a gentleman's club 30 minutes away. He kept saying, "You're like my sister." On the way there, stroking my leg because of how awesome I was, to agree to see strippers with him. After the show, he drove us back drunk, speeding in his convertible and messaging other women on the dating app while driving. He ended the night by saying, "So, I'll be hearing from you again because I'm such a cool guy and dates with me are the best."
Not a cool guy. Dates with you are not the best.
Stop drinking and driving. That's not cool.
Imagine you go on a date and he takes you to a strip club. That's crazy.
Like,
that's
what do you say to
crazy.
them? What do you say? You're like,
If he like, whenever
I'm
he
surprised
pulls
she
in,
went to it though.
right? Like, I would be like, I'm
no.
gonna get an Uber home.
Pause.
Like,
Exactly. No freaking thank you. What would you do? Would you ever try and bring a girl to
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
100%. I think that, you know, he must be pretty cool because she didn't leave. She could have left the date at any time. She knew where they were going. She was letting him stroke her leg. She was talking to him. She attended the entire strip club with him, and she decided to get in the car with him and drive home if he was drunk. So there's some stuff in that story that she's not adding up all the way. If it was really that bad, you would have left. You would never put yourself in the car, and you would have never went to the strip club. So that means to tell me that the stuff in between that was probably really good, and it was good enough for you to completely move away from the fact of what he was actually doing. But now in retrospect, when you look back at it, he probably didn't call your ass back. So now you're like, well, he took me to a strip club, and,
Blah, blah, blah.
and he was this and that. Well, little bitty bitch, you stayed for the whole thing. So.
I agree. That's a good, very, very fair point. But it's also like when you're on a date, it's also like you're uncomfortable and like.
Oh, stop it. You know you have like your friends ready to like, hey, can you call and say like my sick grandma needs me right now? Like be so for real.
Okay.
Gosh.
Be so for real. We all have the bailout call. Like, you know.
Oh yeah, everyone gets one at some point in time.
Like, no, it's actually going really great. No, he's actually really nice. So she bypassed the bailout call. She attended the strip club. She didn't say anything bad happened to the strip club. So that doesn't mean like he was getting, like some people go to strip clubs and not get touched. You know what I mean? Yeah. So she attended the strip club with him. She didn't leave. She could have left there. She could have been like, I'm going to the bathroom, and called an Uber to go home. No, she saw how much he was drinking. She was probably drinking with him.
Probably.
Okay.
Got in the car, drove home, sat in the car for a bit, probably talked to him when they got back to the house. That's where he probably said, so you're going to come out with me because I'm so cool. It's not like they got back to the house. She could have just got out of the car.
Sounds like something you would say. So you're going to go out with me again because I'm
100%.
so cool.
100%.
Oh my goodness. Okay, the next one.
100%, my guy.
A guy picked me up on his motorcycle to take me back to his place. He pulled up to a shed by the house so I could get off, and I thought, oh, this is where you store the bike, right? Wrong. The shed was his room. He invited me in. There was only one place to sit, a recliner, which he sat in before offering me a place on his lap. I chose to sit on a crate instead. He shared his airplane bottle of mouthwash flavored vodka with me, and then maybe within 15 minutes said I looked like I really wanted to kiss him. I really had to pee, so he took me to the house on the property, which was actually his mom's. She was watching TV on the couch, and when I came out of the bathroom, he ushered me over to sit and chat with her. I requested a ride back home shortly after that. The next day, I texted something saying I felt like we were incompatible and wished him well. He said, your loss.
Huh.
Well,
He's living in a shed in a tiny home.
I don't think it's her loss.
well, I mean, like to everybody is like, you know, they develop at their own pace, and you know, maybe, you know, he was trying to save money. Maybe he was sitting on $1 million, and he was saying you're lost because, you know, like I had to like test to see like if you were with me because I have a lot of money or if you're with me because you like me.
Okay. It's an interesting one. This one's
Yeah, that is an interesting one.
What would you do, Cass? If
So because
pulled
you,
up to a man's house,
but you got to remove all of the outlying factors. So you mean to tell me that this man shared what he had with you, genuine,
That's
thoughtful. So he didn't have much, but he shared it with you, and then he liked you enough to introduce you to his mom, and you took all of that and turned it into a negative light.
My thing was like, if it was like a money thing and he didn't have the funds to be able to afford a house or an apartment, then I would be like, oh, like you can't judge that. Like he's doing what he can. But the fact that it's his mom, like it's parents are right there. That's a little bit.
At least get a little bit bigger of a shed.
Yeah, spice it up a little bit.
Exactly. Well, listen to this one. Well, I guess compared to some stories, mine's not too bad. He was just a very awkward guy, which would have been fine if he didn't act like an Uber driver when he came to pick me up. When I got in the front seat, he said no and made me sit in the back behind the seat.
Legend.
It was super weird, not the biggest deal, but it just made me feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah, just uncomfortable. Like that's just weird.
Yeah, no
On a
thank you.
first date.
Yeah. Get, like,
It's just
hey,
really
no, back
uncomfortable.
seat. You're not sitting next to me. You don't get shotgun.
Yeah, no,
Yet.
it's just kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, was he trying to be like funny?
I mean, I would have laughed.
It was like, you gotta be kidding me.
I don't know. I don't think I would have. I think I would have just felt
You
really
would have been like,
uncomfortable.
okay, never mind, goodbye. Cassie wouldn't have even sat in the car. You would have gotten out
Yeah.
and just been like,
I'd been like, what?
I'll give you a 5-star rating.
Literally.
That's fair play. That's fair. I mean, like I always like try to look at it. You can't look at things from like. There's two sides to every story, so it's like now you got to look at it like how could this story be told some way where it's not so bad? Because you told it the worst way possible. What if he gets up there and he was trying to be funny, or like maybe the front seat didn't have like sometimes they don't lock all the way or the seatbelt doesn't work or something. Like hey, you got to ride in the back seat, or maybe he was picking up a friend. I don't know. There's a lot of missing parts in this story because like, also if you look at it from like what she says, how many people are so fucking for real where they pull up and be like, hey, I'm gonna take this girl on a date. I just bust my ass to get a date for you. Now I'm gonna make you sit in the backseat of the car. There has to be some other reason and outlying factor there. So
No, you're right,
that's
you're
why you got to look at it from like in the sense of okay, like you got to move the material items out of the way and like how is this person as a person? Because you agreed to go on a date with him, so he can't be very ugly and he has to have some sort of personality. So now you fill in the
Yeah.
of that. So
Well, that was the last one that I had. So,
Wow.
anyways, guys,
well, thank you guys so much for tuning to the #1 podcast in your world. I'm your host Chase Lamore,
and Gabrielle Moses.
and we'll see you guys in the next one. Chase
Bye.
out.